update for YouTube, and go ahead and I never use the Playroom very often, but I wanted to go ahead and use the Playroom today to get this story out and get it told. I have my PlayStation story, and I'm sure we all have one. To sum it up very quickly, I was a 360 guy, Xbox all the way, and when it came to the console wars, I decided to switch over to Sony because I had been a big EverQuest fan for years, and I had nothing but positive things to say about Sony over the last, I don't know, about the first 6 or 7 year run of EverQuest. And also played World of Warcraft, and Blizzard had great support, Sony had great support, so I figured, hey, if they had great support for that service, for millions and millions of players, surely they're going to, since the PS2, PS3 had come and gone, they would do equally as good for the PlayStation 4. I was mistaken. Setting the scene, my PlayStation 4 one day, the one I'm using right now, I turned it on one day and it wouldn't power up. It came on, showed 2 blue flashing lights, and made 2 little clicks. Like, that was it. It's like, press it, blink, blink, that's all you got. And it wouldn't power on for about a day or so. I don't know why. I still to this day don't really know why. Did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos, and found one video with this same type problem where someone said just gently and very gently just tap the top of it. Just give it a little tap. And I tapped the top of it. One person said you could kind of like put your foot on it and give it a little pressure, like kind of stand on it. So I didn't do that, but I did put a little bit of pressure, just a little tap on there. And the reason for that, right after I tapped it, it powered up instantly. I did a full reinstallation like it came from the factory. But while it was down, I had purchased the Sony protection plan, the service protection plan from Sony. That's around $60 for 3 years. I bought my machine and registered on December the 26th of 2013. And I still had my warranty until December of 2016, the 26th of 2016. Now, the service protection plan in itself is a lie because they tell you, hey, anything goes wrong with your machine in 3 years, we'll fix it. There's tons of sub-clauses to that agreement. Will they fix it? Maybe. I have a return box, which I wish I'd have brought in here for this video, that has a massive checklist on it of just all these things that they check off. It's like, we might fix your shit and we might not. One thing that's very key that you keep is your receipt, your original box in the first year of owning your machine. Now, by default, you would think the protection plan would work like, okay, I got my machine in 2013, so it's good for a year from the company, and then I bought this extra 3 years, so I'd be covered for 4 years. No, you will not be covered for 4. You're covered from 3 starting of the date you purchase it. So I effed up by purchasing it very early. I should have waited to almost a year into the original ownership, and I'd have been covered till 2017. But buying it and the coverage didn't really make any difference, and here's why. We know what's wrong with it. The fan was also very loud, and it would randomly eject discs. So now we have 3 different problems. The initial day, or 24 to 30 some hours that it wouldn't power up, maybe 48 hours total by the time I researched everything and figured out how to get it to run again. The loud fan and the hard drive or the disk drive ejecting things. So I had contacted Sony, talked to him. I had to talk to him twice on chat support. I had to call them on the phone. I had to read the serial number off of the machine to them. And as you know, on the back of your PlayStation, or on the bottom, there's your serial number there. And there are a total of 4 tabs on the back, 4 black tabs, that you have to remove if you want to take your machine apart. So Those tabs are intact. I've never had my machine apart. The top slide panel that covers the disc, where you put your disc in at, I have slid that open to clean the machine, but I'd never removed any of the black screw covers, basically is what they are, the black screw covers, and I'd never messed with the warranty. Machine sat on its top for over 3 years now, in 2 different rooms, being moved back and forth. And over the period of those 3 years, the serial number becomes slightly faded. This was explained to Sony. It was not tampered with, messed with. You could still read the numbers. All you had to do is maybe click a little flashlight on it, or use even the magnifying glass. Clearly visible, just faded. So I sent my machine off. My machine got to them in 2 days. I was given a tracking number from FedEx. FedEx, did a great job of delivering it, because it only went 1 state away from me. And Sony didn't register that they even had it for over 10 days. So that was one complaint with Sony. Second complaint was about 3 weeks later, I got my machine back. I only have a P.O. box, so I had to use in-laws to mail it out. And they're about a 30-mile drive, so I had to take it there, drop it off, and pick it back up. So, a little inconvenience, but nothing major. And that's just, called Sony won't accept P.O. boxes. So that's not really a big bitch, but it's kind of a, why are you guys not taking P.O. boxes? Because sometimes that's all people have. So, moving on, after having my machine for over, I'm going to say about 17 days, they decided to send it back. They never contacted me via email. Also, there's a website that Sony has where you can go and check the status of your repair as it's ongoing. Well, I tried to do this, and it never updates, ever. It finally updated the first time when they registered receiving the machine. I had to contact Sony on the phone twice, 2 more times, and by chat another time. So I've contacted them a total of 7 times during this whole process to see if they have my machine, what's going on with it. And I was just simply told, can't find it, don't know. And then finally one person said, yeah, they have it and they're working on it. So after it came back after 20 some days, around 21 to 23 days, in the same box that I sent it out in, because I know what the box looked like. I know how the box was made and taped. And also I put a handwritten note as to what needed to be fixed on the machine in there, as well as filled out their invoice paper. Now, here's the neat part. They sent my handwritten note back to me, so I know they read it. And they sent a nice little piece of paper, an 8x10 sheet, that had all these reasons on it that, why they would or wouldn't fix the machine. And they didn't fix it. Again, no labels removed, serial number was, perfectly fine, and they didn't fix it. They stated that they didn't fix it because the machine was, the serial number was slightly non-legible. So that's what they had checked on the slip and sent the machine back after 3 weeks. So just kind of a message out there, and if you guys trolling and making bad comments, that doesn't bother me. But anyway, just, if you're messing with Sony customer service, this is just kind of a tip, just some advice. Make sure you take care of that serial number. Don't let it fade. I don't know a good way to do that. Maybe purchase a stand, run your machine vertically. I don't know if that would help or not. And for that first year, make sure you keep your receipt in your box, which I did. And I would suggest, if I made the mistake of buying my machine at Walmart, so that was probably the first mistake, because if I'd have bought it from GameStop and put a 3 or 4 year warranty on it, I could have just walked in and got a new machine. So that's going to be my best advice. This does not mean that I hate Sony in any way, or that I hate my machine. It just simply means that when this one finally does go bad, because I'm sure it will one day, I will purchase a refurbished one from GameStop or a used one from GameStop chuck another 3-year warranty on it so I can return it in the store, no questions asked. I won't deal with Sony customer service anymore. And that's just, everybody's got their own issues, their own ups and downs. And no, I don't want milk and cookies. I just putting this out there on my YouTube channel so people can see, hey, sometimes Sony customer support isn't always cracked up to be, which is the case with a lot of places, but they kind of out and out lied, because I have multiple texts and I still have them saved where they said no matter what it would be fixed, and I told them when I shipped it out that the serial number was not very legible, and they said that wouldn't be a problem. So what I got out of this is my machine sent back, my machine returned not fixed at all, and they are refunding, and the kicker I guess on this story is they're refunding my purchase plan price of $60, which takes 6 to 8 weeks, and they get to choose how they refund my money. I paid with a credit card, but they could mail me a check, they could put it back on that credit card, or they could just add it to my Sony account. Now, if I was mad enough at Sony to leave Sony over all this nonsense, and they put it on my account, well, I wouldn't really be getting a refund. I wouldn't do anything with the money. So I'm still about 7 weeks away from their 8-week deadline of receiving a refund on that. But that's the Sony story, short and sweet. I don't know, we'll be like 11 minutes in. So, tried to get in under whatever the damn advertising window was for this video, but that's it. I mean, that's the deal. So just be careful with Sony, and their online chat support people, I don't even know what to say about those people. On the phone, way better, but online, they just kind of tell you anything they want to tell you, and I don't even know if they have supervisors. I don't know if they work from home. I don't know what they do, but it's kind of crazy, the stuff that you get. I wish I had a way, and I might in the comment section on YouTube of this video, I might go ahead and copy and paste the chats I got from them guaranteeing my machine to be fixed, so you guys have some good legitimate proof that they screwed me over. Oh, and they also took my machine apart. In closing, simply take a picture of your serial numbers. Yeah, that would have been a great idea. But the serial number was on the machine, so I don't know why. I just didn't think to take a picture. But actually, they did take the machine apart, and your machine, if you don't know, has internal serial numbers. And because the serial number wasn't very legible on the outside, they decided to take all the good ones out of the inside that you could read properly, off of the hard drive, off of everything there was a serial number on inside. They removed them, and they removed all the black tabs. So the machine obviously is currently working. I wanted to trade it at GameStop. GameStop won't take it. I was just going to trade it for another PS4, but GameStop won't take it without a serial number. So they kind of make sure when you send it off, if they can't fix it, that they never will fix it. Also, final notice, when you buy the Sony protection plan, 1 year, 3 year, whatever one you choose, however long you choose, or whichever plan you choose, in those 3 years, you can only send your machine off one time, period. You send it off once. When they send it back, they give you a 90-day warranty with the machine if they fix it. So that's just things to keep in mind. It's not like, hey, I bought 3 years of protection, I get to use it, this time, and then if it breaks down in 6 months again, I can send it off. No, you get to use it once in those 3 years. So that's kind of where they're at. So I hope the video has been informative, and maybe you guys have learned a little something about how they work kind of secretly behind the scenes, and basically just kind of the BS they put out there. Also, on a final note, if you're buying games digitally on PS3 or PS4, wow, look around and price shop, because the Sony store is usually 3 or 4 times more expensive than any game. And if you're still using the PS3, I have a PS3. If you're still using that, pawn shop your games. Go look, go search places for used stuff, buy cheap. Try not to give Sony all your money if you can. So that's it, and have a good day, folks. Thanks for watching the Matt Mayhem Show. If you liked the video, if you found it helpful, whatever, click subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at WWE Matt Mayhem. Those of you that remember me from the wrestling days, that's great too. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.